So this is the fast math trick. Finding the square of numbers that end with 5. Finding squares of numbers that end with 5. Finding squares of numbers ending with 5. Okay? So now let's look at this. So for instance, if you have two-digit numbers that end with 5, examples of two-digit numbers that end with 5 are 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, and 95. These are all two-digit numbers that end with 5. So for us to find the square of these numbers, don't forget we are going to find the square of each number. You can see that square means 2. So I'm writing square, that is raised to power 2 on each number. So to find the square of these numbers, it means each of these numbers raised to power 2. So a fast way of finding it is this. Look at the digits on the left and look at the digits on the right. The digits on the left for the first one is 1 and the digits on the right is 5. Now the answer to all this, just watch out, because they end with 5, which means our answer will end with 25. Everybody pay attention. All our answers to these numbers will end with 25, okay? And so on. Now, how do I get the remaining digits on the left for this answer? Now, listen, look at the digits on the left, which is 1. You know, we have our numbers 0 to 10. After 1 comes 2. The number 2 always comes after 1. So you multiply 1 by 2. So 1 times 2 is 2. So you can see now that the answer to number 1, the square of 15, is 225. Now look at the second one. We have 2 on the left side, okay? Now after this number 2, always comes number 3 when counting 1 to 10. So say 2 times 3. So 2 times 3 will give us 6. So the 600 is 625. Look at the next one. The digit on the left is the number 3. And after number 3 comes number 4. So multiply 3 by 4, you will get 12. So the square of 35 is 1225. Look at the next number. The digit on the left is the number 4. Okay, and after number 4 comes 5. So multiply 4 by 5. That will give you 20. Because 4 times 5 is 20. So just write 20 beside this and ensure that 25 is your last two digits. So the square of 45 is 2025. Now look at the next number, which is the square of 55. Don't forget that the square of a number means that number times itself twice. So if I ask you to find the square of 55, it means 55 times 55. Okay, the square of 55 means 55 times 55. So instead of using log multiplication, this is actually a very easy way to finding the square. So now after this 5 comes 6. So 6 times 5 is 30. So the square of 55 is 3025. Now, write for me in the comment section the square of 65. Everybody. Correct, correct, correct. That's correct. That's correct. Awesome, awesome. Yes, that's the square of 65. Also, type in the square of 75. What is the square of 75? Let me see it in the comment section. What is the square of 75? Also type in the square of 75. Amazing. That's amazing. Keep the answer coming. Keep the answer coming. Awesome. Awesome. What's the square of 85? Type it in the comment section. What's the square of 85? That's awesome. I like that. The square of 85. The square of 85. Correct. What's the square of 95? What's the square of 95? Also type the square of 95 in the comment section. Yes, yes, yes. I'm very happy that you're getting this right now. Awesome. Awesome. Somebody wanted to join. Because Google was giving me notification. Google was giving me notification. All right, good. So now let's continue. So this is the answer. The square of 65 is 4,225. So sometimes I call these numbers by 2 digits. 4225. The next one here will be 5625. The next one here will be 7225. And the next one here will be 1925. 1925. So this is amazing. Now let's quickly dive into our class for today. So this is just a brain buster class. So if your parents are yet to get our mental math videos, the special discount has ended. If your parents are yet to get the mental math videos that will help you do calculation as fast as possible, make sure you ask your parent to contact us on WhatsApp. Thank you. So now let's move to the next page. Now we'll be talking about rounding off numbers. Rounding off numbers. Now, when it comes to rounding off of numbers, you have to learn that we have some rules we need to follow. You will have to take note of numbers 0, 1 to 9. Now, on the board right now, I have numbers 0, 1 to 4. When either 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4 is after the number you want to round off, you'll be rounding them down. Okay? And when the number after the digits you want to round off is either 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, you round up. Okay? You round up. So this topic rounding up is under estimation. So now let's say, for instance, you've been asked to round off 14,527 to the nearest 10. We are going to round it up to the nearest 10. We are also going to round it up to the nearest 100. So pay attention. So don't forget I said numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 will be rounded down. Okay, will be rounded down. What do we mean by being rounded down? It means nothing will be added, or we say zero will be added. Zero will be added. But for digits 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, they are closer to 10. So 1 will be added. 1 will be added. 1 will be added. So now let's round up 14,227 to the nearest 10. Now, I believe you know your place value. 7 stands for unit. 7 stands for unit. 2 stands for tens. 5 stands for 100. 4 stands for thousand. One stands for 10,000. Okay? So now let's round up that number to the nearest 10. The digit under the 10th place is 2. So after this number 2, we have 7. Okay, we have 7. Now 7 is closer to 10. You can see if you have digits 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, you should do what? You should round up. So 7 is closer to 10. It means we are going to round up these digits too. And for us to round up digit 2, it means we are going to add 1. We are going to add 1 to 2. So when we add 1 to 2, it will become 3. Okay, take notes. It will become 3. And this digit 7 will turn to 0. Because we have actually changed this digit 7 to 10. We have rounded it up to 10. So we have to carry 1. That 1 is what will be added to 2 to give us 3. So the remaining digits on the left will now be written 1, 4, 5. So 14,527 rounded up to the nearest 10 is equal to 14,530. Don't forget I said digits 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are closer to digit 10. Sorry, are closer to the number 10. That is why we are adding 1 to the digit that is to be rounded off. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are closer to 0. That is why we are not going to add anything to the number that we want to round off. So now let's round off the same number, 14,527, to the nearest 100. Now, type in the comment section for me the digit that is in the 100 place. I want to know if you're following. Which digit is in the 100 place? Type it in the comment section. Yes, 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 keep it coming, keep it coming. The digit in the 100 place. Type it in the comment section. That's good, that's good, that's good. Awesome, awesome. Now, which digit comes after 5? Everybody has typed 5. That's correct, that's correct. So which digit comes after the number 5? Which digit comes after the number 5? On the board, which digit comes after number 5? To your right hand side, to your right hand side. Which digit comes after number 5? On the right hand side, not on the left, on the right hand side. On your right hand side, which digit comes after the number 5 on the board? Look at the screen. Number 2 comes after number 5 on the screen. So number 2 is closer to, is it closer to 10 or closer to 0? Everybody give me the answer in the comment section. Is digit 2 closer to 10 or closer to 0? Yes, digit 2 comes after 5. So is digit 2 closer to 0 or closer to 10? Let me have your answer right now. Is 2 closer to 0 or closer to 10? Awesome, awesome. That's correct. That's correct. So let's continue. 2 is closer to 0. It means we are going to round down, which means that nothing will be added to 5, which is in the 100 place. Nothing will be added to 5. Then the digits after 5 will be changed to 0. Okay? 7 becomes 0, 2 becomes 0. Then we write down the rest of the digits. That is 1, 4, 5, 0, 0. So now 14,527 to the nearest hundred is equal to 14,500. Now this is how to round off numbers to the nearest 10, to the nearest 100. You can round it up to the nearest 1,000, and you can also round it up to the nearest 10,000. You can also round it up to the nearest 100,000, to the nearest million, 10 million, 100 million, billion, and so on. Now, let's also look at how you can round off numbers to one decimal place, two decimal places, three decimal places, four decimal places. Rounding up to decimal places, okay? Rounding off to decimal places. Rounding off to decimal places. Are we ready? Now, in a situation whereby you have 3.4285, if you have 3.14285, the first thing you need to identify is the decimal places, okay? Now, if you look at the screen very well, you will notice that after the decimal point, we have number 4. Okay, we have number 4. And the 4 here is in the first decimal place. So we would say this is decimal place. This is in one decimal place. Number 2 is in two decimal places. So I'll be using DP to represent the decimal places. Number 2 is in two decimal places. Then the third one is in the third decimal place. So we'll say three decimal places. Okay? 8 is in the three decimal places. I hope you got that. So now number 5 here is in the fourth decimal place. So that will be 4 decimal places. So that is 4 decimal places. Now you've been asked to round off numbers to, let's say you've been asked to round up this number to 2 decimal places. 2 decimal places. Pay attention. Now type in the comment section the number or the digit that is in the second decimal place. Everybody, type in the comment section the digit that is in the second decimal place. Now, the digit that is in the second decimal place. Correct. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. Awesome. The answer is 2. So the digit in the decimal place is the number 2. Now, which digit comes after 2 on the board? Looking at my board, which digit comes after 2? Looking at my board, which digit comes after 2? Looking at my board, which digit comes after 2? Correct. So, Okay, now let's round it off. Let's round it off. Now, this is the number in two decimal place. Now, the digit after it is the number 8. 8 is closer to 10, so we'll be adding 1 to 2, okay? And this is a decimal number. Because it is a decimal number, this will become 0. And 0 shouldn't end the decimal number. So now we'll be adding 1 to 2. So 1, 3 will be 3. So the answer will be equal to 3.43. Correct to two decimal places. Correct to two decimal places. So the answer will be 3.43. Normally we are supposed to have 0, 0 for the rest of the digits after 2. But as a decimal number, 0 shouldn't end a decimal number. 0 shouldn't be the last digit of a decimal number. So the answer is 3.43. Correct to two decimal places. Correct to two decimal places. Now, you have something to do. Now, what would be the answer if we are to round this number up to one decimal place? Everybody give me your answer. One decimal place. Round off that same number to one decimal place. Round off the number on the screen, 3.4285. Round it off to one decimal place. So what would be your answer? Yes, somebody has a very fast finger and the person has dropped his or her answer. Good, good, good. Keep it coming, keep it coming. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. That's amazing. That's amazing. Awesome, awesome. Yes, yes. To one decimal place, you will have 3.4. That's correct. That's correct. Let's keep the answer coming. Let's keep the answer coming. All right. Now, you will still have the replay of this class, so never mind. Because of our time, we have to move forward, okay? You will have the replay of this class and I will explain again in the next example. So now we are moving to rounding off to significant figures. Numbers to significant figures. Everybody listen. Rounding off numbers to significant figures. Let's round up to significant figures. So rounding off to significant figures. Significant figures. Let's round up to significant figures. Now, what type of number do we round up to significant figures? Now, let's say, for instance, you've been asked to round up this first number, which is number 1. Then we have another one in number 2. Okay? We have another one in number 3. Now look at my screen. Let's round up these numbers to significant figures. Now, I'm going to round up the first number to three significant figures. Three significant figures. And three significant figures means begin from the first non-zero digit. You're going to start counting from the first non-zero. Sorry, from the first non-zero digit. When it comes to significant figures, you start counting from the first non-zero digit. When it comes to significant figures, you will start counting from the first non-zero digit. Good. Now, for number one, I want everybody to type in the comment section. What is the first digit of that number that is not a zero? For number one, I have 35281. What is the first digit that is not a zero? Good. So let's go. Let's go. Let's keep the answer coming. Yes, 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 yes. Good. Good. I love this. I love this. I love this. That's amazing. That's amazing. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. You are all smart. All right, for number two, what is the first digit that is not a zero? For number two, 0.00087. What is the first digit that is not a zero? The first digit that is not a zero for number two, 0.00087. What is the first digit that is not a zero for number two? Keep your answer coming. For number two, what is the first digit that is not a zero? Skip all the zeros and move to the first one that is not a zero. That's what we call significant figures. That is what we call significant figures. That is what we call significant figures. The first the first digit that is not a zero, the first number that is not a zero. Correct. I love that. Amazing. Amazing. So it is 8. Good. Good. So that's the first significant figure. 8 is the first significant figure. Eight is the first significant figure. Correct. Now, number three. What is the third significant figure? What is the third significant figure? Third. For number three, tell me the third significant figure. The third digit that is not a zero. Let me speak what you will hear. The third digit that is not a zero for number three. Number three, 0.01625. What is the third digit that is not a zero? What is the third digit that is not a zero? Third for number two. For number three, what is the third digit that is not a zero? Skip all the zeros. For number three, skip all the zeros and begin from the first one, the second one, and the third one. I want you to type the third one. Third, not first. Third, the number three. Number three digits that is not a zero. Somebody has gotten the answer. Only one person got the answer. The third digit that is not a zero, not the first. I'm talking about three significant figures. Three significant figures. Correct. Amazing. You all got it. So now let's round up. Let's round up. Number one, everybody pay attention. Can you stop typing? Please stop typing. Stop typing and pay full attention. Stop typing and pay full attention. So number one, let's round up number one to one significant figure. Let's round up number one to one significant figure. Okay? We are rounding up number one to one significant figure. Now, like I said, significant figure refers to the first digit that is not a zero. That's where we begin to count. So for number one, the first digit that is not a zero is 3. And that is one significant figure. So now let's look at the digit after it. The digit after it is 5. Now 5 is closer to 10. It means we are going to change 5 to 0 and add 1 to 3. So when we add 1 to 3, it will become 4. And every other digit after that will become 0. So the answer is 4,000, correct to one significant figure. 4,000, correct to one significant figure. Now number 2. We are going to round off number 2 also to one significant figure. We are going to round it off to one significant figure. So now, one significant figure means skip all the zeros. We are not going to count all these zeros. Then we begin from the first digit that is not a zero, that is 8. So this is one significant figure. 7 is the two significant figure, okay? So now for 8, which is one significant figure, look at the digit after it. The digit after it is 7. 7 is closer to 10. So it means we will add 1 to the next digit. So when you add 1 to 8, it will become 9, okay? So the answer will be 0.0009. Now, 7 to 7, 7 becomes 0. And for a decimal number, 0 should not end a decimal number in mathematics, so you strike it out. So our answer is 0.0009, correct to one significant figure. Correct to one significant figure, okay? Now, the next one is number 3. We are going to round up number 3 to 3 significant figures. We are rounding up number 3 to 3 significant figures. Now, on the board, like I said, when you're rounding up to significant figures, you shouldn't count the first zeros, all the zeros that are coming before the first digit. So you start from the first digit. So 1 is in one significant figure, 2 significant figures, then 3 significant figures. So this is the digit that will be rounded up. So we are rounding up this number to 3 significant figures. Now the digit after it is 5. The digit after it is 5. Now 5 is closer to 10. Like I told you at the beginning of the class, that 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are closer to 0. That is why we don't add anything to the number that is to be rounded off. Now, digits 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are closer to 10. That is why we add 1 to the digit that is to be rounded off. So now, 2 is in the 3 significant figure. 2 is 3 significant figure in this number. So the number after it is the number 5, which is closer to 10. So which means we will be adding 1 to 2. So when we add 1 to 2, that's 1 plus 2. When we add 1 to 2, it will become 3. Okay? So our answer will be equal to 0.016. Instead of 2, it will become 3. What happens to 5? It will change to 0. But as a decimal number, you shouldn't write 0, or 0 shouldn't end a decimal number. Now, this is our answer, 0.163. Correct to 3 significant figures. Okay, this is correct to 3 significant figures. This is correct to 3 significant figures. 3 significant figures. So, this is how to round off numbers to the nearest 10, the nearest 100, the nearest 1,000, the nearest 10,000, the nearest million, 10 million, and so on. You can also round off numbers to 1 decimal place, 2 decimal places, 3 decimal places, 4 decimal places, and so on. Now we have just learned how to round up numbers to significant figures. So you can round up to 1 significant figure, 2 significant figures, 3 significant figures, 4 significant, 5 significant, 6 significant figures. So I hope you have understood our concept tonight. Now, for those who came in earlier, we treated the square of 2-digit numbers that end with 5. And tonight, everybody was able to give me the answer to the square of 2-digit numbers that end with 5 in less than 2 seconds. Am I right? Yes or no? In the comment section. Yes, have you been able to find the square of 2-digit numbers that end with 5? Yes or no? Yes, let me see your answer in the comment section. Amazing, amazing. This is awesome. These are the people who came in on time. That's amazing. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Our class has almost ended. Our class has almost ended. Now, if you were here when we started the topic rounding off of numbers and you understand, I only want those who understand to respond in the comment section. If you understand this topic rounding off of numbers, type number 6 in the comment section. If you understand this topic, rounding off of numbers, you were here when we started, type number 6 in the comment section. Awesome. If you understand, type number 6 in the comment section. If you don't understand, I want to know those who don't understand. I want to know those who don't understand. If you do not understand this topic, type 000 in the comment section. I don't understand. I can't get it. Just type 000 in the comment section so that I'll know how to quickly get the replay ready for you to attend the class again. If you do not understand, type 000 in the comment section, please. Okay. All right, that's fine. So you're going to get a replay of this class very soon. I hope you all enjoy the class. Our class is ending. I hope you all enjoy the class. Yes. I love you all, and this is Learning Base Africa. Now, if you want to enjoy more of this class, so it is time to ask your parents to enroll you for our 36 days interesting, fun, and engaging maths adventure. We will be teaching mathematics to primary 4 to 6 and GSS 1 to 3. For primary 4 to 6, your class will begin by 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. All right, it will be live. Some days we are going to use videos to also teach you so that everybody can participate, so that nobody will be disappointed with network. So it will be live. So let's go live for the next 36 days from the 1st of November. So tell your parents to enroll you. Enrollment begins on Monday. So we'll be posting all the details on the WhatsApp group, okay, for all your parents. Make sure you join. If you know you want to be enjoying this class like this every day till your examination for first term will start, tell your parents to enroll you for the 36 days maths adventure. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be, in fact, you will enjoy it. Now, for GSS 1 to 3, the time is 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. for the matured students. Those are the ones in GSS 1 to GSS 3. From 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. for the next 6 days, starting from the 1st of November. How many of you will be there? If you know you will be there, type number 8 in the comment section. If you know you will be there, let me see number 8 in the comment section. Give me the 8 if you're excited. And I'll be glad to see each and every one of you. So now the registration is going to come at 50% discount for only 20 students whose parents are very fast. If you know you want to join this next 36 days maths adventure, you need to tell your parents to quickly register you, because as soon as 20 students are registered, the registration will close and the price will increase. Okay, so make sure you tell your parents to begin to register you now. Registration begins on Monday morning, and as soon as 20 people are registered, the 50% discount closes. I hope you're excited tonight. Thank you very much for attending our class. Make sure you invite 5 of your friends to register. Okay, invite 5 of your friends. Invite your classmates to come and join our 36 days interesting maths adventure. And I'm ready to see you guys becoming a math genius, math champion, all right, at Learning Base Africa. I love you all. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.